We reached the big 6-9 yesterday. 69 live streams. Now, I'm not like super happy right now. It's just like one of those things where it's just like a down day. I was hoping next time I'd be live, it would be like a super happy, good, chaotic day. But it's just like, I think I got to work up to it. So we're just kind of like doing that right now. So yeah, but we're past the big 6-9, which who knows? That could be a good thing. Could be a bad thing. Do I have any notes? Hmm. All right, let's see here. Talked about on stream. Screw it. I'll just talk about all these things. So, recently when I was bored, when I didn't have my book, and I just started reading my the book yesterday. I used to do this brain exercise, essentially, and the idea is anyone can really do it as long as you have 5 fingers on one hand. Well, actually, not even 5. You can do it even if you have like 3. But oh gosh. But here's the idea: you have your thumb, you have your pinky, and you have your index finger. And essentially, what you're doing is you're going from your thumb to your pinky, and if not that, you're going from your thumb to your index finger. And you go and just do this for every single finger that you have, and you cannot tap a single finger twice. So if I go like, let's say, boom, 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 so on. Yeah, just like an example of what I just did there. I tapped one twice, and I kind of missed the finger, and I tapped that one twice too. You'd have to restart all over again from your pinky finger or your index finger. And that's the entire trick of going back and forth without hitting a single finger twice. And the goal is to do it as fast as you can, really. And it's much easier starting with your pinky, going to your index, and it's harder going from your index to your pinky in a quick time speed. The reason this is because when you go from your pinky to your index, there is a very similar motion to snapping your fingers, like so. You could even do it like this. You know, take your ring finger, slide it to your middle finger, and you snap. And then you do the same thing with your pinky, and then you just continue sliding to your ring finger, and then all that's really left is to not snap, but to do the same thing, slide to your index finger. It's almost like I don't know what you'd call this thing. But yeah, it's very easy to do that, and it's hard to do it the other way around. So, something to try out if you're interested in. If you want more of a challenge, do the same thing with both hands. I haven't really tried that. Then let's see here, other things. Okay, so one starry night during a full moon, when I was working a night shift, our air compressor just could not work. Every full moon this happens. Not really. It was night shift. Air compressor basically said, "Yo, I'm just gonna work." Not really. I don't fully. No, wait, no. Give me a second to think. I don't fully remember exactly how everything happened. But I do remember what happened the next day. So essentially, yeah. Somehow the air compressor wasn't working, and so we just checked in on stuff. It had to do something with like the conveyor belt. It was like doing some sort of stutter stop, I think. And then so we go. Obviously, we stopped the car wash, not the washing machine. Just to check things out, figure out what's going on, see if we can fix it. So we call our manager because we don't know what to do. Um, she basically tells us, check this out, check that out, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. And, we think we think we found the solution, which was our air compressor. It just needed an oil change and to be a little cleaned up. And so we did that, um, did a test wash, and everything worked. And by the next day, oddly enough, well, guess what? Nothing was working. Not a single thing was working, at least not properly. And so the moment I got there was probably like 12 or maybe like 1 p.m., one of the two. And all I see is, all the rollers are up, no cars whatsoever, machines down, can't send cars, servers are down. So it's like, what do we do? And it's been like that since like 9 a.m. So that kind of sucks. Um, but yeah, we at the end, everything got sorted and figured out, and yeah, that was just kind of something I wanted to just put out there. I thought it was kind of interesting, and then I want to say like 2 days later, or no, maybe it was probably the next day exactly, um, because the night that happened, when everything was basically down, I mentioned to my coworkers like, "Yo, I think what's going on here with our uh, our system with sending cars is like, that's not really working because internet is always like on and off and down, and the Ethernet on the thing is basically just like torn to shreds. It's bent like this. It shouldn't be like that." And I think our problem and issues the Ethernet because it can't really connect. It's just an on and off thing all the time. So I mentioned that to her. She mentions that to big boss lady, the manager on site is what they call it. And then our manager on site comes in the next day with a new Ethernet cable, plugs the thing in, and it just for the rest of the day no issues whatsoever. It's like, God, maybe I should really speak up more when I see something. I don't really know. But that's kind of like one good thing I kind of put out there and did, and it worked. So super happy about that. Especially because the method we were doing originally wasn't all that great. Sometimes it'd take like 3 minutes to get a car in, maybe 5, depending on what's going on. Or well, not really, but it was just a tedious system. That's all it really was. But yeah, some video games, and yeah, I'm basically done with my ranting. Um, hopefully this doesn't crash.